This is P6 for Government Policies by Nathan,
Aaron,
Amy,
Andrew.
For our policy, we decided that we think regular police officers should be able to carry sidearms, pistols, on a day-to-day basis. So firstly, for this policy, we are going to take it and set up meetings with the Cabinet, and then with the parliamentary committees, which will be made up of MPs and Lords. We will then create a green paper with our policy on it, shown there. And we will get it out to the public so they can all see our idea. The parliamentary subcommittees will then, of course, have seen our green paper, which will help it branch off into those other committees, getting a wider view of our policy. After that, we will then take our green paper outside of government, for example, to representations of other members of parliament, such as other MPs, to create a kind of a broader idea of our green paper and hopefully get them on our side for getting it to a white one.
We then want to get our thoughts from the public, so we'll do things like discussions going through social networking sites such as Twitter, Facebook and other ones. We can then also hand out letters and send emails to get a broader view and what the public think about policy. Another way we intend for the public, get the public's perception is by setting up an MP's constituency surgeries, which enables the public to get their view about the policy. They do this by setting up a meeting with their local MP constituency and having a discussion with him, who will then come back to Westminster and share his thoughts with us.
We will then make inquiries about the policy within us, questioning whether we still feel it is a good idea to put our green paper forward or not. At this point, the public may set up a public meeting where the public will come together to debate their view in which they have on the policy. They might even invite us to go along to see how they feel about it. At this point, if we think everything is in place, we will want to continue with the policy. We will then create a white paper and hand it to the Parliament, which could result in change of legislation.
Once the policy is on white paper, it then gets drafted to become a bill/law. It then goes to the Parliament to see if they want to carry on with the bill. Voting within the House of Commons, depending on how important the bill will be scrutinised and changes will be made or removed and finally sent back to the House of Commons for its next stage. The bill will be reprinted and sent to all of the members of the House, and this is called the reporting stage.
After this stage, the bill will then go to the third reading. This will be the last reading. At this stage, the House will then vote whether to accept it or not. The bill will then reach the House of Lords. It will go through the same kind of stages the House of Commons went through. However, the House of Lords are not able to reject it.
Once it has worked its way through the House of Lords, it then comes back to the House of Commons, which they get a chance to agree or disagree with any amendments. Once this has happened, the bill then goes back to the House of Lords to be approved by the monarch. Once the bill has been given the monarch approval, it is then given a date in which it will start.
After a date has been given to the public services, we'll be given a copy of the guidance and directives which support implementation. After the public services are aware of the amendments, it will be in the media to alert the public services of the change of the law.
Charities can then fundraise to get money in order for the new law to be funded and therefore for the new law to be implemented.
Yeah.
Treavains.